the third and final part of our children's versus young adult content video. In this particular part of the presentation, we will be doing why I specialize in children's books and what the difference is between size and lastly images. Why we are breaking those down as well. So that is one thing we are going to do to finalize this presentation. So this might be a shorter video than the one you previously saw. So bear with me. One last video. Now, as we slowly follow over here to our board, we are going to look at the sizes to a kid's book. A kid's book can be anywhere between 6 by 9 and 11 by 14. Now 11 by 14 is a big piece of paper. So that's almost double the size of an 8.5 by 11. 8.5 by 11. So, but kids' books can come in all different lengths, heights, and how you hold it. It can be held landscape style or portrait style, which I put height-wise, length-wise, and height-wise for that, to describe that. So it's easier to understand. It can be held like this, or like a regular book, or like this, in a different length. So that's one thing I wanted to cover right there. Now over here we got a smaller book, 5.25 images in length this way, or it can be 6 inches this way. Now it's either this by 6 inches or 6 by 9 classically. Those are usually the common sizes for young adult books. Now it's never held lengthwise. This is never held lengthwise. You never see it in certain sizes, such as 11 by 14, unless it is a textbook. So that is a different rule right there. So images, so now we move into images. Now we do cartoon-like characters and realistic images. Those, when it comes to kids, you want to be cartoon-like, that it's fun, whimsical, funny, or even creative, to show that it's especially made for kids. Now over here you want realistic images either on the cover or inside your book, because you're trying to emphasize it's for an older audience. Images are all about emphasizing and anticipating what type of audience you want to attract for a cover. Cartoon that looks realistic can be for either one of these categories, YA, which is shorter initials for young adult, or children, because they both have that ability to be either one. And as long as it's older, such as the mid-grade levels, which is from 9 years old to 12 years old. So we got that definitely going on there. And sometimes as a golden rule, not graphic images. Over here we get sometimes graphic images and complex images. Complexity typically means you're trying to enlarge your audience, make it older, so you're not just targeting young adults, but adults as well. You're also emphasizing, by doing complex images, that there are graphic images inside your book because they're complex, they're more detailed. So you're emphasizing that there's going to be more graphic content. within your book. Now, a little bit of fun information about grading night, which you all have been waiting for. I really want to emphasize on some of these. The 5 reasons why I specialize in children's books. I have the ability to get down to a child's level. Now, which means I can get down to the level and get within a child's head. Like when I was a kid, I hated long chapter books. Even as I got better at reading, I hated them. And I know, and by listening and talking to both parents and kids, that shorter books are kind of better for different age brackets. Not just different age brackets, but for sometimes special needs adults and other short attention spans. So it also flows very naturally for me. When I'm at the desk typing, it's not like I'm there for hours trying to think about what I'm writing. And then every couple of hours I type. No, I'm typing because I type, I read it. It's all done through not just my creativity, but because of my ability to save the content if it gets into this category or even higher. I have the ability to make it flow into a positive light or to a child's graphic style. It's a true skill and art to have it flow naturally for a children's author. It's truly a natural skill you have to have. So being able to see things differently. I can see things that you might not see. Like in a book, I can pick up stuff that an average reader can't. Like if I see a message, a hidden message, in such authors such as James Patterson, John Grisham, or Clive Cussler, I can sometimes pick up on certain things that other people can't pick up on. I'm just using those authors as examples. But when I read, I do it not to get inspiration, but as a hobby. I'm an avid reader myself. So I can see a book differently, and I can see certain skills a child has differently, or a different challenge a child may have, or even an adult might have, and turn it into something. And not just turn it into a sequence, but into something inspirational or something I can twist into something either positive or negative. I can create, I can make up different things that the average person might not be able to. So seeing things differently really does help, and so does it having the words just flow just like water out of your fingertips. Imagine your fingers as faucets. The water flows through them. That's what you want to be like on your keyboard. But instead of, you want it to be natural and not forced out. So if you let it naturally and you see things differently. I also love to observe, not just life, but in general. Observe people, observe skills, observe challenges, observe a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Just observe in general. I'm very observative. And then lastly, I find it very fun and exciting to write for kids. Because you don't just get to write the book. You don't just get to sell the book. You get to see their reaction when they read it, when they get it, when they see you autograph it. You get to see that reaction, and you get to interact with not just them, but the parents, the grandparents, the brothers, the sisters. You get to interact with people that you wouldn't dream of interacting with if we're over here. I find it fun to do my job. It's not your average, it's not the average thing being a children's author and not enjoying it and having it forced out. I really enjoy and passionate about what I do as a children's author, which is one of the biggest reasons why I specialize in children's books. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation, and also just happen to learn something from it or get something from this 3-part presentation where I have broken down content, which is wording and format, and then I also broke down for you size and images for you. Like I said, I'm not tearing anything apart or breaking anything down in a bad or negative reason. Thank you.